Ahoy! Ipjilidah. Hello and welcome to the beautiful Queen's Place Emera Centre here in Liverpool, Nova Scotia for the final game of day number 3 here at the 2023 Don Johnson Memorial Cup for Atlantic Junior B Hockey Supremacy. And this game will feature the team who comes in with the record of 0-2. That is the host Liverpool Privateers. They are not only the hosts, but they are the home team in this game. They will take on the CBN Junior Stars, the champions of the St. John's Junior Hockey League out of Newfoundland and Labrador, who come in with a record of 1-1 after an impressive victory earlier today against the Kensington Vipers. My name is Michael Petter, joined as always through this tournament by the fantastic Mike Barkhouse. And Mike, this is the second game of the day for the CBN Junior Stars, but you got to feel like they have a bit of a spring in their step after a convincing 6-2 victory, although it wasn't always convincing in their game against Kensington Vipers earlier today.
No, they got out to a hot start, aided by some maybe nervous goaltending from the Kensington goaltender Jonah Arbing. And kind of coasted on that for a while, but didn't make it easy on themselves. Did come away with the 6-2 win. They're going to feel extra good tonight because this is their 2-game day. And then we talk about the 2-game day. Every team, with the exception of Liverpool and Antigonish, have a day in this event where they will have to play a noon game and a 7:30 game. Today is that day for CBN. I'd rather come into my second game of the day with a win in my back pocket than I would with a loss in the early game and having to try and salvage something of the day, maybe on some tired legs. So from that aspect of things, it's going to be a pretty good feeling CBN Stars team coming into the nice action.
As we take a look at the standings overall, the Kent Coyotes right now in first place with 2 wins and an overtime loss, so that puts them at 7 points in first place. The Antigonish Bulldogs with a regulation win and an overtime or shootout win. Shootout and overtime works as basically the same thing, as well as a regulation loss. So they're at 5 points through their 3 games. Conception Bay or CBN, they are at 1-1, as are the Kensington Vipers at 1-1, and the Liverpool Privateers at 0-2 right now, rounding out the standings. I got to ask this question though, for those who just watched the game that we had at 4 o'clock, is there any way that this game is going to match what we saw in that last game that we had here earlier this afternoon?
That's a tough. I'm trying to word this properly, hence the pause. I don't want to give anyone the impression that I don't believe in either of these teams. I'll tell you why I say no. I'll say no because these are, you got CBN coming in their second game of the day. There's no way they're going to be as fresh as they were earlier this morning. You had Kent and Antigonish both playing their only game of the day, both well rested. So I think for that reason alone, tonight's game won't top that one in terms of intensity and pace. But that's not to say it's not going to be a fantastic game. It will be a fantastic game. And again, it's getting late pretty quick now for the Liverpool Privateers, the host team. They're 0-2 now out of the gate. Only got 2 games left in this round robin. They got to find a way to get 1 if they want to ensure another big crowd here on the weekend and play Saturday.
And yeah, not taking anything away from either of these 2 teams. It's just that last game that we just had was so crazy, had so much drama, so much of everything that it's hard to imagine that any game could beat that one for drama, if nothing else, in the game that we just had.
At the same time, though, it's almost like a challenge. So yeah. We, and perhaps some people at home, now are of the opinion that perhaps Kent and Antigonish is the potential final that could happen on Sunday. So go out and show us why we're wrong. Go out and show us that, no, the 2 teams to beat are CBN and Liverpool. Prove to us that maybe our hunch might be incorrect. We're more than happy to be wrong when it comes to things like that.
Goodness knows it wouldn't be the first time, and it would be far from the last time. And let's get into some of the roster changes for each of these 2 teams. For the Stars, drawing out of the lineup, Ethan Smith. Drawing in for his first appearance in this tournament, Cameron Lonis. Maybe more interesting than that, though, making his first appearance, getting the start in goal, Logan Miles. I know what your answer is probably going to be, but I have to phrase it as a question anyway. Are you surprised that Miles gets the start in this evening's game?
Slightly. but not, I'm not shocked. I mean, again, if ever you're going to do the goalie split, it's going to be in your 2-game day, and today is that day for Newfoundland. Riley Pettin, second straight day, he's got a player of the game honors for his team earlier today. But now you give him a little break. You're going to ride him the rest of the way. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Give Logan Miles a game like Kensington did earlier, like Kent has already done, and then get into the meat and potatoes. I'm not shocked by the move. Little surprised, but only the slightest bit.
For the Privateers, drawing into the lineup after not playing in yesterday's game, Owen Osborne. Drawing out of the lineup was the player who, of course, I went and erased it on my sheet, was wearing number 27. And now I'm drawing a blank on what that name was, but that is the one change. And I'll just pull it up here really quickly. It was Zachary Evans draws out of the lineup for the Liverpool Privateers. Drawing back in after playing in Game 1 but not in Game 2 is Owen Osborne. And Aidan Durnford gets the start yet again for the Liverpool Privateers. He'll make his third consecutive start for the Privateers. Durnford with a record of 0-2, a 4.0 goals against average, an .886 save percentage, and as we mentioned, Logan Miles making his first appearance in goal for the CBN Stars. One other important lineup note, and I gotta say, it shocked me when I saw him come out onto the ice for the warm-up, if only because of the magnitude of the hit that he took earlier today, and he ended up being out of the rest of that game. Corey Parsons is in the lineup for the CBN Stars, and you know that the Newfoundland Labrador team has to be thrilled that they've got their big defenseman who wears number 3 back in the lineup after that hit earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, we talked earlier today, he got a goal and an assist before leaving the game, but he really is a guy that lives in the goal crease, especially on special teams. He's a big body, so when they're killing penalties, you park him in front to clear that crease and give your goaltender ample opportunity and room to see and move. And then on the power play, even though he's a defenseman, they park him right in the same location to make life difficult for the opposite goaltender. So to get him back in the lineup tonight is a big boost, especially after his 2 points in a period and a bit. And that tells me that he has to be okay, because if he's even 50% after that hit today, why chance it, and why further aggravate an injury or chance it and play him here tonight when there's bigger fish to fry later on? So that tells me that he's okay and good to go. Otherwise, he wouldn't be dressed tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps if this game starts to get a little bit one-sided, that he sees a few less shifts, maybe gets rotated out a little bit just to be on the safe side. But as you said, yeah, if he's dressing, he's got to be okay. But I'm one of those guys who, and I'm going to take this story back a long time ago when I was a young player, just to show how the game has changed. I suffered a concussion in the first period of a game, and I was actually knocked out cold on the ice, laying on the ice, out cold completely. Came to, went back to the bench, took the first shift of the second period, could barely move, and then I was out for the rest of the game after that. And it just shows how the game has changed so much since then. So the fact that he's able to play with the way concussion protocols go, because it looked like it was a hit to the head when he first took that hit, the fact that he's back in is definitely a huge positive sign for sure.
And again, we have to trust these coaching staffs and trainers that they're doing the right things. I mean, we're not down there. We don't know what's going on, and if someone's being rushed back or anything like that, we just have to assume that that's not the case and that they're doing everything on the up and up. And I guess because it's all about the young man's health. I mean, who cares about a tournament when you're talking about a head injury or injuries of any kind? So we'll trust that the coaching staffs have the best interests of the player at heart, which there's no reason to suggest they don't, and glad he's back.
Absolutely. As we get ready for the teams to make their way out onto the ice, just a quick note on one other tournament going on, the Maritime Hockey North Junior C Championship, which is taking place over, being hosted by the Sherwood Metros over in Prince Edward Island. The first game of the day is a final over there, as just give me a second here to pull it up again, as the live scoring It's not listed as an official final on the game sheet, but it is listed as an unofficial final. The Tri-County River Cats from New Brunswick have defeated the Tignish Aces by a score of 5-2 in the opening game of the day over there. The final game of the day, as it's only a 4-team tournament there, will be getting underway shortly as the Southwest Storm, who play out of Barrington, not too far down the road from here, will be taking on the host Sherwood Metros in that tournament, and that also available through Atlantic Hockey Online here on AO Live. And we want to send a big shout out to the crew that we've got over there working that tournament. We know you guys are doing a great job. Unfortunately, games seem to be coinciding, so we're not able to watch their broadcasts, but we know they're doing a great job over there as well. As you can hear the noise of this very boisterous and well-populated crowd here at the Liverpool, or at the Queen's Place Emera Centre for the Liverpool Privateers. We mentioned they are the home team for this game, so they are in their home whites. The CBN Stars are in their road blues. As we get the teams out onto the ice, the Stars will be defending the net to your broadcast right for the first and third periods, and the Privateers with Aidan Durnford in the net will defend the net to your broadcast left for periods 1 and 3.
I could be wrong, but it looks like we have a, if not late arriving crowd, I guess technically it would be a late arriving crowd, but it looks like there's a backlog of some sort with the lineup to get in. There's a lot more people that are here, but not in the physical arena yet. I think this is going to fill in really nicely here by the time they get that backlog cleared. Not sure what's going on out there, but looks to be a sizable lineup out in the lobby.
Just before I start tonight,
and we'll get...
I've heard some things and I've seen some things on Facebook about the kids that were out here last night carrying the flags around and how much...
And just getting, once again, the message about how the kids who carried the flags during the opening ceremonies yesterday were had such a great time and were treated so well by their respective teams that they were working with. So a big thank you to all of the teams for their work with those youngsters. And an event like this, you know, having the youngsters get involved in the opening ceremony the way they did, it's such a big part of it. And now we will get O Canada. And taking a quick look at the starting lineups in front of their respective goaltenders, in front of Logan Miles for the Stars, it will be Corey Parsons. Not only is he playing, but he's starting for CBN along with Joshua Kennedy, the forward line of Owen Sparks, Luke Ackerman, and Damian Laundrie. For the Privateers, in front of goaltender Aidan Durnford, it will be Aaron Lane and Jude Greenwood on the back end, Cole Elliott, Malcolm Bussey, Lane and John Shubali on the back end, Cole Elliott, Jude Greenwood, and Malcolm Bussey up front.
Yeah, and again, Parsons out there to start the game, so that, again, just to piggyback what I said, if he's not healthy in any way, there's no reason to dress him. But if they are still going to dress him and try and baby him, well, you're not going to throw him out there first shift of the game, regular shift. So, yeah, I mean, Parsons is good to go, I think it's safe to assume. Now I wonder, there's more than the customary handshake going on at the Liverpool bench with the officials. Are we going to have another 10-minute misconduct?
I didn't see anything during the warm-up that would lead to a 10-minute misconduct, but That is a lengthy conversation going on over there at the Liverpool bench.
There's no ground rules. This isn't baseball, so we're not meeting with the umpire before. There's something more than just hello, good luck going on right now.
And while we've got this pause, we should mention really quickly that the organizing committee has heard what you have had to say, you, the viewers, that is, have had to say. We will be moving back over to the other side of the ice for starting again for the first game as of tomorrow morning. We were asked to move to this side after the opening game on Tuesday. We moved over here. We heard, and the organizing committee heard what you had to say about that move. And we are going to get a penalty against the Liverpool Privateers. It looks like it is going to be Jarrett Horn going over. And
just curious, Jarrett Horn is the player serving the penalty. He was looked like almost glaring down in the corner there. I was just trying to get a peek, see what he might have been looking at. Might just be nothing, but looks like another 10-minute misconduct to start a hockey game in the Don Johnson Memorial Cup.
And so I got to admit, I didn't see it, but Horn obviously with that center ice violation, which we have seen. But now we are underway here at the Queen's Place Emera Center in Liverpool. Bussy with the puck as we get going. There's a shot right on, and not a clean catch there made by Logan Miles as he makes his first save of the tournament. But it was not an easy one. And the Privateers with the pressure here in the opening seconds. Now the Stars will get possession. Sparks plays it off the boards. Laundry able to go down into the corner after it. Around to the far side. Back to the line. There's Parsons with the first shot of the game for the Stars. And Durnford makes the save. And will hang on for a face-off just 41 seconds into this game.
It's safe to assume when they are handing out these 10-minute misconducts, it's not a situation where you choose who serves it. The player that actually crossed the red line, I believe, has to serve that 10-minute misconduct.
Absolutely, he does. Yes.
So again, you have to be accountable to your coaches if you end up getting one of those. But at the same time, I don't think Ryan Falkenham particularly agrees with that call, as there was a lengthy conversation and debate about it.
And this is the out of the 7 games now, including this one, this is the 4th game where we've seen that happen, and it's happened twice to the Liverpool Privateers, as Bussy took one for the exact same reason in the very opening game of this tournament back on Tuesday night.
This is the part that, and again, I don't want to sound like I'm overstating. This is the part that bothers me, quote unquote, is this is happening so frequently. It's clearly something these players are not used to. So this is not something that was enforced during the year. Otherwise, there'd be no issues right now. It would have been an afterthought. The fact that this is happening almost on a game-by-game basis, or at least half the time, shows me these players are not encountering this all year until now.
No, this is definitely something new, and now we're going to get our first minor penalty of the game as Osborne gets his stick into the feet of one of the Stars forwards. That was Alex Crane. And so off to the box is Joseph Osborne, and we'll see the first power play of the game for the CBN Stars. Stars power play 2 for 9 so far in the tournament, 22.2%. The Liverpool penalty kill has only had to work 4 times so far in the first 2 games. They are 3 of 4 on the kill, 75% so far to this point. As the puck comes back to the line, Crane, that being Dawson Crane, sends it down the wall to Ackerman, back to Dawson Crane again. He'll give it right back to Ackerman. He'll come off the wall, get a shot away. Lane gets a piece of it. Now it comes to Durnford, and he flashes the leather, hangs on for a face-off, just 18 seconds gone in the penalty.
And this is not what you need from Liverpool to the gates now. Another minor penalty, a minor penalty, I should say, killing right off the bat. You've got a goaltender in Logan Miles, who to me looks a little nervous on that first shift of the game. You want the roles to be reversed. You want to be on a power play right now, peppering him with shots and seeing if he's into this game or not. Instead, you're at the other end on a kill.
Kyle Pettin with the shot that goes wide. Ackerman will pick it up off the end boards. He'll play it back to Pettin. Pettin not able to corral it, though, and he'll have to go back, play it over to Dawson Crane. Bussy in there on the forecheck, pressuring. Now Ackerman will pick up, coming through center on the left wing side. Ackerman comes down, cuts to the middle. What a move by Ackerman! And that goes off the post and somehow stays out. What a chance there for Luke Ackerman. Now Pettin with a shot. That goes wide. Back on the puck, Ackerman, he can't quite hold it onside as it just got a little bit too far away from him. He'll bring it right back in across the line, loses the puck as Klein got a stick on it, but Ackerman wins the race back to it. He'll play it up the wall to Sparks. Sparks carries back down to the corner. Cross ice now for Ackerman, in front for Parsons, and he can't quite get the stick onto the puck there. Now Petten with a shot from the line, and that's steered aside. As we see Corey Parsons parked in his favorite spot on the power play right there in front, and now he gets a chance, and again, good job there by Aaron Lane to deny Parsons. With 29 seconds now left in the penalty, here's Dylan Patterson coming the other way. He fires a shot, it goes up into the glass, comes all the way around, and the Stars are able to come out. Ackerman will give it to Sparks. With speed coming into the zone, Sparks gets separated from the puck with a nice play by Hopkins. Sparks able to chase it back down. 12 seconds left in the power play. Back to the line for Petten. Petten steps in, gets a shot away, and another nice glove save made there by Aiden Durnford. His 5th save of the game already, just 2 minutes and 56 seconds in.
Yeah, good-looking power play here for CBN in the early going. Aiden Durnford looks sharp in the Liverpool goals, made a couple good saves. What a rush by Luke Ackerman there. You can see why he was a top 10 pick overall in the Maritime Junior A Hockey League draft a few years back for Fredericton. I was going to make this point earlier during the game, and then, of course, we get tied up with a million other topics. Luke Ackerman, for me, is the fastest skater in this tournament. When he accelerates, he leaves everyone in his dust. I haven't seen anyone that can keep up with him yet, and he's got the quick hands. Beat Durnford cleanly there, but not the post.
The one race I'm waiting to see, and it will happen tomorrow, is when CBN plays the Kent Coyotes, and to see Ackerman and Julien LeBlanc on the ice at the same time, that might be the one guy who might be able to keep up with Ackerman. Now a big hit delivered by Sam Hope as the U18 South Shore Mustang player makes some noise. And
looks like Oates, Brady Oates is the player down for CBN. He was the recipient of that hit from Sam Hope. It was on time. There was nothing, malicious about it, but I think it was Oates was, that cuts that 2 to 3 feet from the boards, that danger zone, but not facing the boards, facing the player. And I think the hit carried him back. Not sure if he banged his head or his head snapped back when he fell, but that one looked like it might be trouble. And Oates is definitely in some discomfort on his stomach down there right now.
And the important thing is, Sam Hope, that was not a dirty hit that he delivered by any stretch of the imagination. It was just a bit of an unfortunate circumstance there that it caught him at just the wrong angle, at just the wrong spot on the ice.
And if Oates is facing the other way, that is the complete opposite.
Exactly.
But that is not the case. Oates was facing him, Hope, and it's just, again, his positioning relative to the boards. When he got the worst of that collision, he went back, and there's a lot of neck snapping, and there's boards there that you're running into. He's up to his feet now, which is great to see. This is very similar to the Parsons play from earlier.
The biggest difference is Parsons was at not only a similar distance from the board, but he was kind of bent over awkwardly and took the primary hit in his head before he even hit the boards. That being the one key difference. The other key difference is that it had caught Parsons a little bit from behind as well, whereas Oates, as you mentioned, could see that one coming in the whole way. Here's Hope with a shot right on, and now another nice save there, as after that opening bit of trouble for Miles, he makes a couple of very nice saves on that sequence to keep this game tied up here with just over 3.5 minutes gone in the first period. There's a shot from a sharp angle. Durnford makes the save. Puck goes down into the end boards. Now Osborne, he takes a bump there from Saunders. As the Privateers get possession, and out they come. LeBlanc with it. He'll fire a shot. That goes just up over the crossbar. Comes right back. And a save, rebound, scores! And Sam Hope gets the goal. The initial shot came off the end boards. It came right back to Osborne, who had delivered the initial shot. The save was made by Miles, and then following up, Hope gets the goal at 3:52 of the first period.
Well, his name is just a pun waiting to happen. He gives his team hope in this game, in this tournament. He just threw a big hit moments ago. This is a guy that is a U18 major player with the South Shore Mustangs, and he's already making an impact. His days at the U18 level are done. We've said that earlier, and he's the spark that the Liverpool Privateers needed here this evening. Sam Hope, first to the tournament, gives the Privateers the 1-0 lead, and this place got loud.
Joseph Osborne should get the only assist on that goal, I do believe. We'll wait for the official word to verify that. As you hear the announcement. It was LeBlanc who took that shot that went into the end boards, not Osborne. My apologies. Osborne does get the second assist on that one. So again, it's Sam Hope, his first goal, first point of the tournament, assisted by Daniel LeBlanc and Joseph Osborne at 3:52 to open the scoring. And now we're going to see a penalty against the Privateers again, this one for interference, and it's going to go against the captain, Daniel Klein.
And this is one that they don't need. Again, you're away from the puck, nothing to do with the play, and Klein just throws his man to the ice, and it's either interference, roughing, take your pick. Again, that's not winning hockey right there from your captain, Daniel Klein. You've just got your crowd into it. You've put CBN on their heels early, got a 1-0 lead, and now you're giving them a goal and chance. We saw how good that power play was, the first power play for the Stars, and now you're sending them right back to it. Again, just not winning hockey right now.
Akerman back to Crane, right return to Akerman, right back to Dawson Crane again. He'll get it over to the far side for Petten. Back to Crane, down to Akerman. Akerman trying to get it to the middle of the ice, but that's deflected away. Akerman able to find it again. He'll take it down into the corner, trying to get away from Lane. Coming over to pick up the puck, Parsons. He'll play it back to the line for Dawson Crane. Crane will get it up to Sparks. Sparks couldn't take the pass entirely cleanly, but he recovers, gets to it, plays it across the far side. There's Kyle Petten with a shot, save made. Rebound is cleared away just past Petten and out to center ice. The penalty not up on the board, but I can tell you that there's a little over a minute left in it. The penalty should expire at 13:18. Right now we're at 14:29, so about a minute 10 left to go in the man advantage as the puck goes over the ice, or over the glass rather, and
they're working on it down here now. They're putting it back up.
It's a minute 6 is what should be left in the penalty right now, based on what I have in my notes. 1:06 is what should be left in this penalty.
Should mention Logan Miles just before that goal went in. He made a beautiful stick save in a goalmouth scramble. The Liverpool player, I can't remember which one it was, maybe Patterson, had a wide open net, and Miles stuck the paddle out, swept the puck off the goal line. And of course the Privateers would score a moment later, but good looking save early going.
There's Parsons with a shot that is deflected, I believe, by Greenlaw, as the Privateers penalty kill has to reset with the CBN Stars power play going to work. Here's Dawson Crane with the puck. He'll fire a shot. It ends up hitting Parsons in front of the net, goes off of his hand and into the corner, but the hand was right on the stick, so it is not technically a hand pass. There's Sparks with the shot, save made. Akerman now gets the puck. He'll carry it up the left wing boards. Back to the line for Crane. Crane with a shot. He rings that one off of iron, and that's the second time that net has rung in this opening 6 minutes and 20 seconds. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty. Lead pass. Akerman sets it up nicely for Sparks. In across the line. Fires a shot. It's blocked by Lane. Parsons get to it. He'll give to Kyle Petten. Over to Dawson Crane. Crane with a shot. That goes just off the outside of the net, and Shubali will get the puck and clear it down the length of the ice. That will pretty much do it for this CBN Star man advantage. Logan Miles out of his net, plays it over to Dawson Crane in the near side corner, who gives it back over to the far side for Whalen. Now Crane working his way forward. Oates, good to see Oates back out there on the ice after he took that hit earlier. Now the Privateers get possession, they'll come out. Bussey pushes it ahead, it ends up on the stick of Whalen, who sends it back the other way. And Aaron Lane will go back and pick up for the Privateers. Plays it over to Shubali. Shubali ended up losing it. Now Whalen with the shot. Shubali with the block. He'll get it to the line and out. Whalen backing up and dumps it back in. Puts it right onto the stick of Shubali again with just under 7.5 minutes gone here in the first period. Shubali tries to clear the zone. That's knocked down by Cameron Lonis as he gets what I believe is his first shift. It was the first time we've said his name during the action, I know that much. Now Greenwood will get it ahead. Pass across, delivered by Hurlbert, and it ends up coming back the other way. Now Crosby had to time things to try and keep everybody on side, but couldn't quite do so. Laundry will come in forecheck as Osborne, that being Owen Osborne, played the puck across to Hopkins. He gets it ahead for Hurlbert. Hurlbert coming in with Brown. Centering pass, the only one there was Kennedy of the Stars. Puck gets as far as the Liverpool blue line, and Owen Osborne sends it back the other way. Greenwood and Laundry race for the puck as it comes in on the right wing side from a Liverpool perspective into the CBN zone. Cleared to the line and out as Owen Osborne backs up. He'll play it over to Hopkins, quickly across, back for LeBlanc. LeBlanc had it taken away from him, and now here come the Stars. Here's Sparks with the puck. Sparks stepping in, gets a backhander away. The save made. Rebound. Puck is bouncing around in front, and able to find it and jump on it is Aiden Durnford, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 11:22 left to go here in the opening period.
Owen Sparks is a guy that I've liked in every single game in this tournament for CBN. I think well, he's hit a couple posts. So he's a guy that could have a lot more points than he actually does, but he's still been on the score sheet. Very good player for CBN, and he almost created a goal there to equalize. Good scramble play by Durnford as he's down to find that puck.
Another player whose name lends itself to some puns, as Owen with making some sparks for the CBN Stars here in the early going of this one. Osborne now will get the puck, that being Joseph Osborne. He'll carry it all the way down into the CBN zone. Finally has it knocked off his stick. Ackerman will pick up there. He'll start to work his way back the other way. Dumps the puck in, goes chasing after it himself. Greenlaw will get there ahead of Sparks. Comes around to Hope. Hope able to set it up for LeBlanc, who launches it the rest of the way down the ice, and that will be an icing call against the Liverpool Privateers with 10:41 left to go here in the first period, and the Privateers with the 1-0 lead off the goal by Sam Hope back at the 3:52 mark.
Aided by the two power plays, but the shots on goal fairly lopsided at this point. 13-5 in favor of the CBN Stars. Aiden Durnford, his best game of the tournament so far.
Now here comes another chance for Hope. He's got LeBlanc with him. Hope gives to LeBlanc. He shoots and scores! Daniel LeBlanc will get his second point of the game, as will Sam Hope. And at 9:31 of the first period, the Liverpool Privateers now lead it 2-0.
There's no denying the impact that Sam Hope has had in this hockey game right now. Opened the scoring through a big hit on Oates, and now makes that play, causes the turnover, goes in, feeds LeBlanc, and LeBlanc makes no mistake going up and over the blocker of Logan Miles. Dream start here on the scoreboard for the home host team as they look to possibly clinch a spot in the Saturday semifinals.
All right, I'm going to throw this question at you because I know you've got the photographic memory. Do you happen to remember who holds the Junior A or Major Junior rights for Sam Hope? Because I'd love to know which general manager is just licking his chops right now, waiting to see if they can get him in September.
I honestly don't. Something in my brain tells me Yarmouth has his Junior A rights, but I could be wrong. And we will certainly get to the bottom of that and tell you.
Also, Nolan Greenlaw getting an assist on that goal. So once again, it is Daniel LeBlanc. For him, that's his first goal, third point of the tournament. Sam Hope and Daniel Greenlaw getting the assist. We're pulling up his Sam Hope's Elite Prospects page, just looking to see if we can find where his, because usually they have something to indicate where he's been drafted. Oh, there we go. Drafted by the Yarmouth Mariners. There you go. That photographic memory works once again for Michael Barkhouse, which is why he is the best color commentator in the business right now. And, oh, there's a chance. As well as that one gets deflected, it ends up bouncing just wide past Logan Miles on the glove side. Fired around the boards, comes all the way up the wall. Elliott gets it to the line, not out, held in there by Dawson Crane once again. Now here comes Bussey. Bussey will carry it out. Speaking of the Yarmouth Mariners and Sam Hope, the rich get richer as the Mariners, the champions of the Maritime Hockey League this year, and if they've got Sam Hope in their lineup next year, that will be one key piece in helping them to defend that Maritime Hockey League championship.
I don't like to make any stone cold lock predictions, but I would say the chances are 95% that you'll see Sam Hope in a Yarmouth Mariners jersey at the beginning of next season.
I would be shocked if we don't. I really would. The only way I would see that we don't see him in a Yarmouth Mariner jersey is if somehow he's playing somewhere in the queue.
Correct.
Unless, of course, as we've talked about with some other guys, he makes the lifestyle choice decision to stay closer to home, maybe play Junior B with these Liverpool Privateers. There's a shot that goes just wide. Now here's Lonis, Cameron Lonis. Gets it out to center. Now the puck will end up back in the CBN zone. Parsons plays it back out. Oates looking to work it up the near side boards. It's sent back down into the CBN zone. Parsons this time goes across to the far side. Kennedy with the quick one-touch pass. Crosby in across the line, but he loses the puck right there. Now Kennedy gets it back, sends it in across the line, but the CBN Stars have to touch up. And now the puck played by Shubali. He gets it off the boards, and it's picked up by Klein. Klein able to play it there to Greenlaw. Greenlaw dumps it in. It goes wide, comes off the end boards. Howie gets to it. His pass for Gallant ends up going through his feet. Ends up with Klein, though. Klein can't get a backhander through the traffic with just under 8 minutes left to go. Now here's Aaron Lane stepping up. Lane with the shot. Kick save. And the puck will be picked up by Ackerman, as he'll get it out to center. Ackerman still with it. He's got Oates coming up with him. Ackerman over to Oates. And if Oates is a right-handed shot instead of a lefty, then that one ends up right in his shooting lane. Now here's Dawson Crane with a shot. That hits a body in front and goes over to the corner. Shubali gets it to the line. Riley Crane not able to... After all the times I said Dawson Crane, I finally get it wrong for the first time in this game. If you were watching this morning, you know how many times I got it wrong in that one. Now back in deep. Shubali will pick up. John Shubali gets it ahead for Gallant. His pass ends up going through the feet of Hope, and that'll go down the ice for an icing with 7:07 left to go here in the first period.
Jared Horn's 10-minute misconduct comes to an end, and that tells you how long that stretch of play went. That ended up being almost a 13-minute misconduct as Jared Horn's finally let out of jail. Good chance for Aaron Lane there a few moments ago. Came down from the point, had a good chance and a good look at goal. Had he gone blocker side, I think he might have found success. I think Miles was kind of cheating glove side, and that's where the puck went, and he made the save.
I remember one time I was working in the penalty box at a hockey game. I had a pair of coincidental penalties last 8 minutes because there was a stoppage with about 3 seconds left in it and then a 6-minute sequence of play, and both guys are looking at me like, why didn't you just let those extra 3 seconds run at the last stoppage? And I'm like, well, I can't do that.
If that's not a deterrent to stay out of the box, I don't know what is.
Yeah, an 8-minute minor because it was coincidental. That one goes off the glass, out down the length of the ice. Franey going back after it. LeBlanc on his horse. And that's going to be an icing call against the Liverpool Privateers. Privateers trying to lobby to have the icing waved off and have the face-off at the center ice dot, but they're not going to get it. And it was a very, very close race. It looked like LeBlanc may have won that, and the Privateers may have had an argument, but they're not going to win that argument. Now the puck flipped out to center ice. Franey going back to get it. This time it's Hope on his heels with 6:45 to go here in period number 1. 2-0 in favor of the host Liverpool Privateers. There's a shot, a save made by Aiden Durnford. And now we'll get some pushing and shoving and sticks up in the air as a bunch of people are hanging out in the corner together. I'm sure the Privateers are asking the Stars right now how much they're enjoying their trip to Liverpool, asking if they've visited some of the key tourist spots.
Well, they're not able to ask us because of our lanyards for directions, so maybe they're asking a couple of the Privateers.
There you go. And are we seeing coincidental penalties? Yes, we are. It's Hopkins, and I didn't catch the number of the Stars player. Hopkins for the Privateers with these coincidental penalties at 13:20. We'll have to wait and see who it was who went into the box for CBN.
Ackerman, and I think the Privateers would take that trade any day of the week. Ackerman for Hopkins.
And that's no disrespect to Hopkins. That just shows how good that Ackerman is and how valuable he is to this CBN Stars lineup. Lane with the puck. He'll play it ahead. Doesn't quite get all the way to his intended target of Elliott. Now Alex Crane works it down low for Kyle Pettin. Pettin steps to the top of the face-off circle, plays it to the near side for Parsons. Parsons to the middle of the ice, fires a shot. That goes wide. Kennedy stepping in to get to the puck, plays it down into the corner. Alex Crane takes a bump there. Pettin will play it down low. Or sorry, that's Alex Crane now with it. It was King who had played it back up the wall. Parsons with a shot. There's a save. And Aiden Durnford making sure there is no rebound to be had with 6:05 left to go here in period number 1.
Durnford looks really, really sharp. He's you know, all those shots are hitting him right in the kind of the stick or the logo. Even the ones that are through traffic that are hard to see or that are redirected, he's square to it every time. The rebounds are under control. This is the sharpest we've seen from Aiden Durnford all tournament long.
And Durnford has not played badly either. I mean, you consider a 4.0 goals against average, an .886 save percentage. Now we're going to get the first power play of the game for the Liverpool Privateers as the interference call will go against. It's going to be Kennedy who goes off. So Joshua Kennedy takes the penalty here with 5:57 left to go. And the Liverpool Privateers, whose power play is 2 for 8 so far on the tournament, 25%, going up against a penalty kill of the Stars that has been busy. They've been shorthanded 10 times already in this tournament through their first two games. They are 7 of 10 on the penalty kill, good for a 70% kill efficiency.
This is a big kill here with 5:57 to go in the first for CBN. They don't have to look very far to see the answer to why you shouldn't go down big in the first period. They were on the other end of it just this morning, so big kill here. You don't want to go down 3 this early.
Bussey with the puck. He'll play it over to Shubali. Shubali brings it in across the line, takes it down below the goal line, comes out the near side. Up the boards to Gallant. Gallant just holds it in along the line. Now he'll play it over the far side there for LeBlanc. Or that's not LeBlanc, excuse me. That's Howie over to the near point. Shubali. Back across to Howie again. Howie being pressured by Oates. Oates able to create the turnover, but Howie steals it back. Now Howie steps in, gets to the face-off dot, fires a shot, and that goes just wide. 42 seconds gone in the power play. Here's Gallant with a shot now. Looking for the stick of Dylan Patterson, but not quite able to connect. Alec Howie stepping in. Gets another shot away, and a nice blocker save made by Logan Miles. Oates gets the puck to the line and out. Now here comes a chance coming up for Cameron Lonis. Lonis working his way in, but Shubali on the back check denies him from getting a good shot away. Cameron Lonis looking to make an impact in his first game of the tournament as he had a shorthanded opportunity there.
Fortunately, neither he nor Durnford are shaken up after the result of that. Somebody went into the post hard, and good sportsmanship from Lonis as well as he got up. First thing he did was ask Aiden Durnford if he was okay. And we've just had announced here in the building it's Sam Hope's birthday today.
Well, happy birthday, Sam Hope. There you go. And what a birthday he's having.
Somebody's been into the ice cream cake, I believe. A goal and an assist here in this first period. He's feeling it.
If he hasn't had the ice cream cake yet, you know he's going to have it later because he's having himself a day. 2 points in the first period. Still 4:44 left to go in that first period. 44 seconds left to go in the Liverpool power play. Here comes Osborne. Coming through the middle of the ice, takes the puck to the near wall, plays it back to the line for Greenlaw, across to the far side, Lane. Aaron Lane fires a shot, that goes wide. Greenlaw will step up to get to the puck along the near wall. It comes down the boards. Dawson Crane will tie it up now. Plays it around behind the net, looking to fire it down was Whalen, but he could not get a stick on it for a good shot. Now Greenlaw holds it in at the line. He'll play it over to Lane again. Lane steps to the middle, plays it over to Osborne. That being Joseph Osborne. He'll send it down into the corner for Klein. Klein gets it back up the wall, but there was not a Liverpool Privateer close enough there to hold the puck in, and it goes all the way down the ice. As the penalty comes to an end, we're down under 4 minutes left to go here in period number 1 with the Liverpool Privateers leading it 2-0. Game number 3 of the day, game number 7 overall of this 2023 Don Johnson Memorial Cup. As Oates brings the puck ahead, he'll get the red line and then dump it down into the Liverpool Privateer zone. Horn going after it, but Oates wins the race to that puck, tries to set it up for Crosby, but the pass ends up going through his feet. Now the birthday boy coming the other way. Sam Hope gets a step around Parsons. Hope with a shot, and the save made by Miles. Parsons goes to flip it out down the ice, but instead of flipping it out down the ice, he flips it out off of the ice, as we'll get a stoppage with 3:25 left to go here in the first.
Another tour de force from Sam Hope there on that, coming down the off wing, getting a good shot away, forcing a save from Miles. Sam Hope's been the best Liverpool player tonight, and it's not particularly close.
He really has, and You know, you talked about the fact that he spent most of this year playing as a South Shore Mustang in the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League. He was a tour de force for that team. I would say he was the best player on that Mustang team all season long as well. And now here's a chance for Bussey. He scores! As Malcolm Bussey will get his second goal, 4th point of the tournament, coming at 16:45 of period number 1. It's now 3-0 for the Privateers, and you can hear the Liverpool faithful showing their appreciation for a great start for this hometown team.
Really couldn't have gone any better here in this opening, well, I say 20 minutes, but just about 17 minutes for the host team. The big crowd here, they're loud, they're boisterous, and they're feeding off that energy that they got after that first goal, and they've been on their way from there.
Ackerman takes it down into the corner. He'll play it around to the near side. Dylan Patterson will be the first one there for the Privateers. Plays it ahead. Now gets it back. He'll send it out to center. And Elliott has Bussey with him. Here comes a 2-on-1. Bussey. And we're going to get a stoppage for the offside. Nobody heard the whistle, but it was blown. Cole Elliott gets the assist on the goal, as does Dylan Patterson. So once again, it's Malcolm Bussey's second goal, 4th point of the tournament, assisted by Cole Elliott and Dylan Patterson at 16:45, making it a 3-0 scoreline in favor of the hometown Liverpool Privateers. Winning the draw there was Howie. He ends up winning it all the way back down deep into his own zone, however, as Owen Osborne plays it around to the near side boards. Klein will pick up there. He'll take it back behind his own net. Sends it off the glass. It comes to the line, not out as it's held in by Parsons. His shot gets blocked by Klein, and now here comes a 2-on-2. Gallant has Klein, sends the shot through, and Miles gets just enough of that one with his blocker to put it up into the end glass. CBN Stars trailing by 3, pick up the puck. They'll come the other way. Here's Alex Crane with it now. He'll send it down, firing it around the boards to the near side. Hopkins is the first one on it there. Klein takes a bump from King. Kyle Petton also in there amongst the crew. Now here's Kennedy with a shot, save made. Durnford, and that's the first time Durnford's looked a little shaky in this game, although there was nobody in blue, anyone near him, or anywhere near him, excuse me. So if you're ever going to look a little bit shaky on a save, that's a time to do it. He made the save easily enough, but the rebound took him a little extra second to find where that puck was.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better. I was just about to say it's the first moment of maybe lapse in concentration, maybe we'll call it, from Aidan Durnford. But yeah, other than that, he's been just fine. Just what you need from a host team goaltender that wants to do big things on home ice.
Here come the Liverpool Privateers again, working their way down. LeBlanc with the puck. Under 2 minutes left to go in this first period. That has been, shot-wise, not all Liverpool, as the shots favor the Stars 17-11, but on the scoreboard, it's been all Liverpool Privateers 3-0, and now there's a chance for another one, but a save made by Logan Miles with a crowd all around him. Now coming the other way, here comes Alex Crane picking up speed, but a nice play there to break that up by John Shibali. He'll get it ahead to LeBlanc, who sends it the rest of the way down the ice. Now LeBlanc in a bit of a shoving match with King, and we'll get more pushing and shoving, and finally the referees blow it down, as both teams were trying to make changes and they were in each other's way to get to their respective benches, and the referees finally say enough is enough, as we saw some pushing and shoving on both sides.
Yeah, you can see that brewing right from that far corner all the way to the benches. Kyle Petton was down there trying to give someone a shove in the back in the corner, and then it just flowed all the way up ice to the benches, and then, like you said, guys getting in each other's way trying to change, and it just percolates from there. Lots of pushing and shoving, and there's only going to be one. See, this is now the referees making a statement. They're only going to take one guy out of those scrums to try and put an end to it. It's going to be a CBN power play here now. Well, I think the
CBN penalty.
Yeah, sorry, penalty, excuse me, is Alex Crane, excuse me, is in the penalty box.
So this a big moment in this game with 1:20 left to go in the first period. Liverpool, if they can convert on this power play, have a chance to put a 4-0 scoreline up on the board here. Puck comes out to center. Shibali will pick it up there. He'll back it up to Gallant. Gallant being watched by Ackerman. Puck comes to Oates in center ice. He'll launch it down as we're into the final minute of period number 1. Ackerman on the forecheck. Now Shibali will get it ahead to Bussey. Here comes Bussey. He has a goal already tonight. Bussey takes it behind the net, comes out in the right wing corner, back to the line for Gallant. Gallant returns it to Bussey on the right wing boards. Pass across intended for Howie, goes on to the wrong side of him. Puck comes loose into the slot, and now back to the line. Gallant steps in, fires a shot, and he puts it just wide as he was looking to go just inside the post glove side.
You can see the quick release that Carson Gallant has that made him helped make him a first round Quebec Region Junior Hockey League pick 4 or 5 years ago. He's got some weapons.
Puck is cleared out down the length of the ice again. Just 10 seconds left to go in the first period. As Durnford has the puck, Oates was coming in, so Durnford just uses the boards to get it set up for Lane. Here comes Aaron Lane, just a couple of seconds left, so he'll flip the puck in. And making the catch out in center field for the third out of the inning is Logan Miles. And so we'll go into the second period with it being 17-12 in the shots in favor of CBN. But the more important numbers right now are 10, 88, and 66, and those belong to Sam Hope, Daniel LeBlanc, and Malcolm Bussey with the 3 goals for the Liverpool Privateers.
Yeah, I haven't been able to say this much, if at all, during this tournament so far, but I don't think this is a very I think it's an unflattering score for CBN. I think it's just a little bit of bad luck, a couple goal posts, a couple big saves from Durnford, and maybe not getting a save at the other end. That was a good period for CBN overall. They just find themselves down by a trio of goals, but I think they deserve better based on how they played.
And I think some of it might be a little bit of fatigue playing the second game of the day. You know that there's going to be a little bit of a factor there. But when you get to this point in the tournament, everybody's playing their third game right now. And so whether you're playing your second game in one day or your third game in 3 days, it's still going to be the same thing. Legs are going to start getting a little bit heavier. But I agree with you. I think the 3-0 scoreline does not quite tell the whole picture, as it was a little bit closer than that. But the breaks right now, which they haven't gone so far this week, going in the way of the Liverpool Privateers here tonight.
Yeah, and again, you need that too. I mean, sometimes they go against you, sometimes they go for you. But to be successful, to win a tournament like this, you need some puck luck. You need some breaks to go your way. And it is good to see the home fans getting treated to a good performance here so far tonight. Crowds continuing to grow here as the week goes on. I think it's going to be a busy spot on the weekend.
And before we take our break, just one more quick reminder. As of tomorrow, we will be back on the other side of the ice where we were as of Tuesday. The host committee has heard what you've had to say, and they will be moving us back over to the other side of the ice effective tomorrow morning. That's going to do it for the opening 20 minutes. The hometown Liverpool Privateers with a 3-0 lead over the CBN Stars. We'll be back in a few minutes to get you ready for the second period here from the 2023 Don Johnson Memorial Cup at the Queen's Place Emera Center on Atlantic Hockey Online through AOTV, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming and sponsored by... hit the right button. There we go. Mercy Seafoods and Best Western Plus in Liverpool. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second period here between the Liverpool Privateers and the CBN Stars. And one of the stories of this second period may be, and it looks like it will be, a goaltender change for the CBN Stars. Coming in to make his third appearance of the tournament, Riley Pettin. As there we get confirmation he does lead his team out onto the ice. Riley Pettin with a 1-1 record, a 3.50 goals against average, a .920 save percentage. Are you surprised by this goaltender change at this point in the game?
A little bit. I don't totally disagree with it, but a little surprised. I don't think Miles was poor by any stretch of the imagination. Miles isn't happy about it, I'll tell you that. And again, when you put yourself out there, it's our job in the media to describe what's happening to the folks at home. Just about maybe 6 or 7 minutes before the start of this period, we saw Logan Miles emerge from the dressing room, come to the visitors' bench by himself, throw his stick across the bench, slam the bench door, throw his blocker trapper. So that gave us an indication that maybe there was a goaltending change coming. That does turn out to be the case. So certainly Logan Miles not happy. Again, to be fair, he could be mad at himself as well. We haven't talked to him. We don't know what he's upset about, but he is not a happy camper, and he is sat in the same position he's in right now in the corner of that bench ever since he came out. He moved to that corner of the bench, and he hasn't moved since. Not a happy camper, but it's going to be Riley Pettin the rest of the way.
And you get the feeling that now it is really going to be Riley Pettin the rest of the way, not only tonight, but maybe for the rest of this tournament as well, as long as the CBN Stars keep going. As the power play still underway for 15 more seconds for the Liverpool Privateers here in the early stages of this second period, and the Privateers with the 3-0 lead. Gallant not able to hold the puck onside, now tries to make a pass across. It's broken up by Akerman. He gave it to Oates, gives right back to Akerman. There's a shot, and that goes a little bit high and wide as we near a minute gone in the first period. Alex Crane out of the net, or out of the penalty box, excuse me. We are back to 5-on-5. Here comes Bussey, just avoids a hit from Oates. Bussey with the shot, that goes wide. Bussey picks it up off the end boards, tries to make a centering pass, and Alex Crane, who's back out on the ice after that penalty, will lead the rush back up the other way. He's got Akerman with him, fires a shot, does Crane, and the save made by Durnford. Rebound cleared off to the side. Now Oates gets it to the front of the net. Crane with a chance, but Lane ties up his stick just enough that he doesn't get much on that shot. 4 players battling down below the goal line, referee telling them to move it. Bussey trying to work it free, as is Oates. As it does come free, it comes onto the stick of Oates. He tries to get it to the front of the net, but the pass deflected away by Durnford. It ends up on the stick of Howie. He'll get it down the ice, and it will roll just wide of the net. Sam Hope not quite able to get there in time. And this not the first time tonight that the Liverpool Privateers are not happy about an icing call that goes in the favor of the CBN Stars.
No, and again, we're not going to pile on the officials because they get enough abuse down there. I think it's been okay for the most part. I mean, there's been penalties that we thought were penalties that were not called throughout, but I mean, that's every hockey tournament since the beginning of time. So,
and let me be clear, I didn't disagree with the icing call. I just said that the Liverpool Privateers didn't agree with it. As we reach a minute 45 gone here in the second period, Lane gets the puck. He'll play it over to Hope. Hope tried to clear the zone, but it's knocked down by Dawson Crane. His shot. Now here's Crane with it. Alex Crane with a shot. Save made. Rebound comes to Kyle Pettin. His shot gets steered away by Durnford. Now Dawson Crane trying to work it back down low for Pettin. King gets the shot away, and Durnford makes his 22nd save of this game in 22 minutes and 3 seconds. Doing the math real quick, that means he's on pace for about a 59 save performance if these numbers stay true as they are now.
And this supports the point I'm about to make. If you're CBN right now is not the time to be getting down on yourself or getting down on your coaches for a decision or anything of the sort. This is very much a game that they are in. I mean, look at the shot count. Look at how that first period went. The 3-0 lead was unfair to them. They're very much still in this game. And if they play the way they played in that first period for a full 60, I think that scoreline is going to look a little different at the end. So no need right now to change anything. Get down on yourself. Play discipline. Play hard. Do what you've been doing, and the rest will take care of itself.
As Parsons works the puck down low, Shubali will pick up behind his own net. Gets it up the near wall to LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets it out to center. It ends up getting knocked down there. LeBlanc gets it back. He'll lose it there, though, and it'll be flipped down the ice and ends up going over the glass and out of play. We'll get another stoppage here. 2:25 gone in this second period. And I'm with you 100%, Mike. I agree wholeheartedly that this CBN Stars team is not typically down 3-0 if this same game is played out the same way through the opening 22.5 minutes.
Right, and again, it's another thing, it's another symptom of that thing we talked about all day today, the momentum swings, the emotions that these guys go through in junior hockey, and sometimes, you see the things are going the way they are on the scoreboard, 3-0, and you get this sky is falling mentality, and sometimes that is the case. Sometimes you're down 3-0 because you're playing poorly, but this isn't that game for CBM. They are very much in this game. They are very much the equal of Liverpool. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, this CBN Stars team, I mean, there's a reason they are the champions of the St. John's Junior Hockey League. They are a very good hockey team, just not getting the breaks here tonight. Here's Saunders with the puck now. He loses control of it, but following up, trying to get possession was Boone. He couldn't do much with it. Now it ends up going off the end board. Shubali able to pick up there behind his own net. John Shubali gets it ahead to LeBlanc. LeBlanc feeds it forward to Hope, working down the left wing. Hope trying to send it towards the net, but it goes off the side of the net. Osborne not able to get to that puck, and now it'll be picked up instead by Sparks. He gets it up for Ackerman, who fires a shot, and it goes off the glove of Durnford and into the corner. Now down into the far corner. Laundry able to get to it there. And we want to again thank the fans of the CBN Stars who helped us out with some pronunciations in the game earlier this morning when we were asking about Laundry and how to pronounce his name. I'll reread the tweet that we got later during game one on how to think about his name, because it really it made me chuckle when we were off air. Sparks gets the puck, plays it back to Whalen. Whalen with the shot. That's blocked by Gallant. Gallant will get it ahead, and it's too far for everybody. No icing called. Now Howie with it down below the goal line. He leaves it for Gallant. Gallant gets it back to the line. Not able to hold on to the puck, though. There was Nolan Greenlaw. Greenlaw back into his own zone, plays it across to the far side for Horn. Horn gets it ahead, and now it's down into the corner near side. Gallant going in after it, working against Dawson Crane. As Ackerman in there as well. Puck comes free. Whalen will pick up behind his own net. Whalen launches it down the ice, and that's going to be an icing. And let me see if I can find that tweet again, because it really did make me laugh. Whalen is pronounced as Whalen. Laundry pronounced as I have 2 loads to go in the washer, but this game is more enjoyable. That was the tweet that we got earlier this morning when we were being told how to pronounce it. Got to give a big shout out to PL. Never NDP 2023. That's the Twitter handle. There you go.
Just not to rewind too much, but that chance for Ackerman there that Durnford made the glove save on, if you really look closely, the puck went off of Durnford's glove and then caught a piece of the post as it trickled to the corner. So again, no puck luck yet for CBM, but again, a couple of those chances go in and right in there. So again, the level of play that they've brought to this game is sufficient to get them points in this game.
And I see we got another tweet from Pamela Edwards. It's pronounced Loans, not Lonus. So that answers, that gives us another correction again. Pamela Edwards, thank you very much for that one. Cameron Loans. And we know there's a player for Antigonish who does pronounce it Lonus, and it's the exact same spelling. And that's what had us confused, and so we're going to.
Well, that's what you get when you bring these Atlantic teams together. Different provinces, we've come to learn over the years, say the same spelled name differently. Like McEachern in most of the world would be said McEachern in Prince Edward Island. There's a whole list of ones we can go. That's one as well. Lonus most places, Loans in Newfoundland. So again, please, those little dialects that you need to pick up on, please don't feel uncomfortable passing them along.
Yeah, and again, we want to remind you that any mistake that we do make, it's not being done out of ill will or to try to offend a player or their family or anything along those lines. We're using the Nova Scotia dialect that we're used to. So Elliott gets the puck behind the net. Looking to get it in front there was Patterson, but it doesn't quite connect. Now it's played off the wall and out past Shubali. He has to go back to chase after it. And Laundry chasing him down. Shubali comes out from behind his net. Plays it off the wall ahead for... That's Patterson. Patterson coming in, gets a shot away. It goes off Parsons' sticks, comes off the end board. Bussey got onto it, but he was tied up with a nice play by Kennedy. Down into the corner. Patterson plays it back up the wall near side. As that one now comes out, here's Laundry with it. Crosby trying to catch up. Laundry comes in, gets a shot away. That goes off the stick of Greenlaw into the end boards. Loans gets to it, plays it behind the net. It comes all the way around to the near corner, and it'll be picked up there by Greenlaw. He gets it ahead for LeBlanc, who plays it off the wall, and it goes down into the CBN zone. Whalen back to pick up there as it's sent down the length of the ice. Greenlaw back to get it. He'll reach it before it reaches the goal line, so no icing. Just about 6.5 minutes gone here in the second period. Puck comes back out to Whalen. He'll dump it right back in again. Horn up the wall to LeBlanc, who uses the wall to get it past Crane and down the ice. Crane hustling to get onto that puck. He's got Osborne all over him, that being Joseph Osborne, the forward, as opposed to Owen Osborne, the defenseman. Gallant with a shot. That's steered aside by Riley Pettin. Now in behind the net, puck comes out towards the front. Osborne can't get a shot away as Crosby and Oates were both there helping to tie him up. Now another shot, kick save made by Pettin. Hope brings it behind the net, comes out the far corner. He'll send it back down to Gallant, who sends it behind the net. It ends up hopping over the stick of Osborne. Osborne trying to get it back down below the net, but it ends up going beyond the intended target. And out to center ice. Horn sends it back in again as we near 7.5 minutes gone. Long lead pass for Crane, that being Alex Crane. Down into the corner. He takes a bump from Horn. Coming in to help out is Oates. Oates trying to get away from Greenlaw. He loses Greenlaw but gets tied up with Horn. Horn ends up losing his stick as he was trying to slow up Oates. Now there's a shot. Dies in the traffic in front. Alex Crane now with it. He fires a shot and the save made. And then we get a little bit of a shove there between Oates and Horn, but stepping in to make sure that nothing else happens. Big leadership play there by the captain, Daniel Klein, to make sure that Liverpool didn't take a foolish penalty after a whistle with 12:09 left in the second.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that's not going to show up on the scoreboard, but might be a very viable play in the end of this game before it ends. You know the way the referees are calling these skirmishes, there's a good chance they take one. Don't let it be you.
Kennedy with a shot. That goes off the stick of Patterson. Patterson quickly checks the shaft of his stick to make sure that it's not broken. All looks good, so he stays right in there. Now here's a lead pass coming from Lane up to Patterson. Klein will go and get the puck down below the goal line. He'll play it back to the line for Shubali. Shubali steps in, fires it off the end boards. Howie will get to it at the far wall. Howie trying to get away from Alex Crane. Puck ends up coming out to center ice. Lane looking to go D to D with that pass for Shubali, but it was a little bit behind him. The Privateers have to go all the way back deep into their own zone. Played around the boards. Klein can't control it. Now here's Alex Crane with the puck. He'll fire a shot. Goes off the stick of Howie and up over the glass now to play 11:20. 11:21 if you want to get real specific, left to go here in the second period.
Haven't done it in this game tonight, so we should get it in. Big thank you to our two major corporate sponsors, Mercy Seafoods and the Best Western Plus Liverpool. Without their support, events like this do not happen. And again, it can't be understated or overstated, I should say, how important events like this are economically to these areas that hold them. And again, it takes a big helping hand from the corporate community, and thanks to Best Western Plus and Mercy Seafoods for stepping up in a big way this week.
And Best Western Plus, I'll tell you, their pillows and their beds are very comfortable. I've been sleeping over there the last few nights. I'll be there for the rest of the week. Very, very comfortable bed. Here's Bussey dropping the puck off. Shot taken there by Greenwood. Greenwood gets it back again. Another shot, and Pettin makes the save. Now Elliott behind the net. Gets knocked down by Parsons, but still able to get a pass out in front. Comes all the way to Owen Osborne. He steps in from the line. Sends it in behind the net. Now back into the near side corner. Greenwood back on the puck again. Fights through a little bit of a check. Now Kennedy will get it for the Stars. Cleared it out to center ice. Big hit delivered there by Kyle Pettin, and that's going to lead to or that was a linesman's arm that went up, not a referee's. My apologies. I was about to say that's going to lead to a penalty, but no, it ended up being an icing going against the Liverpool Privateers with 10:23 left to go here in the second.
You can see Kyle Pettin's eyes light up like Christmas morning there when he saw Elliott put his head down to look for that puck, and same general area that Oates was when he took that big hit in the first period, but less damaging was that hit. But again, very opportunistic by Kyle Pettin.
Puck gets to the line, but held in there by Whalen. And now it'll be sent down the ice again, and the Privateers again ice the puck. So this line of Elliott with Greenwood and Bussey, along with the defensemen Osborne and Hopkins, now stuck out there for quite a while, as the CBN Stars have some relatively fresh legs out there with 10-12 left to go in the first. Or second.
I have a feeling, and I could be wrong, I got a feeling that first CBN goal is right around the corner. It's just, you can only pressure and play like this for so long and have luck go against you for so long. I really think the boys in blue are primed to get on the scoreboard here before too long.
And as you say that, there's a chance going the other way, and Hopkins puts it just up over the crossbar. Great opportunity for the Privateers going the other way, but Hopkins just missing the target with that one. Now we're going to get a stoppage as too many men on the ice is indicated, but which team was it?
Liverpool, I believe.
And the faceoff is coming down into the Liverpool end, so you're right, and it's going to be Riley Hurlbert who comes off to serve that too many players penalty, coming at 10:06, just past the midway point of this second period and just past the midway point of this game. And for the CBN Stars, this will be their third power play of the night. Face-off in the Liverpool zone. And now we're going to see Ackerman waved out of the face-off circle because Sparks encroached on the circle a little too early. So Parsons comes in to take the draw. I bet the Stars don't say that very often. Parsons takes the draw. But they do get possession off of the face-off. Here's Dawson Crane with it. He plays it off the boards. Ackerman will play it back to Crane again. Right back to Ackerman. Ackerman gets away from Klein by playing the puck back to Crane. Crane tried to set up Kyle Pettin with the one-timer, but Pettin didn't get quite as much on that as he would have wanted. Now Ackerman with the puck again, back to Crane at the line. Crane steps to the middle, fires a shot, save made, and able to find it is Durnford, as Parsons was looking to get a stick on that rebound, ended up hitting the hand of Durnford. And it looks like Durnford was kind of holding that hand a little bit awkwardly after he made that catch, and the stick of Parsons came up and caught him a little bit there.
Yeah, he definitely got somebody got a piece of him there. You can really see it. He kind of did the pause and the reaction, wait for the pain signal to get to your brain. But Durnford, again, still looking composed in there, still has good rebound control despite the traffic in front of him, namely Parsons. Yeah, so far so good. But again, I still feel that the Stars' first goal is close, and then that might give them that shot in the arm to know that they got the wind in their sails, so to speak.
Here's Sparks with the puck, comes in across the blue line. Lane knocked it off of his stick, but did not knock it out of the zone. Now here's Ackerman stepping into the face-off dot. He'll back it up to Dawson Crane. Crane gives right back to Ackerman. There's a shot and another glove save by Durnford. We've seen the Stars shoot at Durnford's glove side an awful lot, but the glove has looked very good so far tonight. Do you think maybe they got to start adjusting and trying to go more blocker side to see if they can have more success there?
Can't hurt. Oftentimes, we get a feel from these goaltenders where we might feel a good spot to go. Right now, in this game at least, I'm not talking about the entire tournament, I really haven't seen an area where Durnford is struggling or cheating to one side. He looks really dialed in right now.
He does, and as he makes another nice glove save there, that's his 28th save of this game, and we've played 31 minutes and 15 seconds, so he's no longer on pace for a 59 save performance. Now he's on pace for about 54 or 55.
Just.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The mathematician in me always doing those calculations. Crane fans on a shot attempt. Puck goes down into the corner. Parsons able to head in there and pick it up. keep it away from Lane, gives it to that was Crane, or that was Sparks rather. But the Privateers able to get the puck and play it down the ice. Petten out of his net, sets it up for Dawson Crane, who gets it ahead for Akerman. Akerman to the near wall, loses control of it there. Now Klein will come out with it. He's got Osborne coming up to join him. Here comes Klein across for Osborne. Osborne kicks the puck to his skate, but couldn't quite get a good shot away as he was in a little bit too close by the time he got the puck onto his stick. Now coming the other way, here comes Sparks. He'll set it up for Dawson Crane. Just under 8 minutes left to go here in the second period. The too many players penalty has expired. Greenlaw picks up the puck now for the Privateers, off the boards for Howie. Howie trying to get a step. He comes in against King. He shoots and scores. Howie with the move goes to the backhand, and it's now 4-0.
Well, I've talked throughout this tournament about how good Alec Howie's hands are and how good he is in tight, how good he can stick handle, and he put those hands on display right there. Got in all alone on Petten and very, very coolly and calmly pulled that puck to the backhand and slid it underneath Petten. Pretty goal there for Howie, his first of the tournament. And now this lead is going to be tough to come back from, 4-0.
Not only is it his first goal, it's his first point as well. And if you had asked me if Alec Howie would be over halfway through Game 3 before he got his first point, I would have probably said, no, he'll get his first one a little bit before that at least. But that is where Alec Howie gets his first goal, first point of the tournament. 12:29 into the second period. Nolan Greenlaw gets his second assist of the night. At 12:19 of period number 2, making it the 4-0 scoreline that you see on your screens there. And maybe the good news for the CBN Stars when it comes to this particular game, when you consider the game they played earlier today, they're still even on the day when it comes to goal differential after winning by 4 yesterday, being down by 4, or not yesterday, earlier today, being down by 4 right now.
It's just a strange game sometimes that you can't explain it. I mean, I maintain everything I've said about the Stars here tonight. Nothing has changed for me. This is one of those games where you do the right things, you play well, and it just nothing goes your way at the other end, and bad luck and everything else. It's akin to a fighter. You can dominate a fight and beat the heck out of the other guy, but then all of a sudden he catches you with one punch and you get knocked out. I mean, they've played well enough to win this game. It's just nothing is going their way luck-wise.
And we're going to get another penalty against CBN here coming up momentarily, as Loans doesn't get a touch of the puck. Now he does. And it's going to be Kennedy for slashing, I do believe. Slashing was definitely the indication. It's going to be Oates, actually, who goes off for the slashing penalty. So for the Liverpool Privateers, this will be their third power play, of the evening. They are 0 for 2 so far tonight with the man advantage, and now overall on the tournament they are 2 for 10.
And now you might start to see some frustration, creep into the CBN game. Again, I can preach as much as I want about how undeserved this score is for them, but it is the score. And again, frustration, these young junior hockey players with the swings and emotion, sometimes it's hard for them to maintain their composure, so they got to keep it dialed in here. As you said, goal difference is important.
Bussey with the puck. He gets it back to Hopkins. Hopkins steps up, gets the shot away. That goes into the end boards. Picked up by Howie now at the near wall. Howie skates it down to the corner. He'll take it behind the net. Gets taken into the wall by Dawson Crane. Coming back to help out for the Stars is King, while Hopkins gets in there for the Privateers. Puck kick free to Bussey. He plays it over to Patterson. Dylan Patterson, the former Junior A Valley Wildcat, gets it back to the line. Now it's poked away by Akerman. Akerman will get to the puck ahead of Shubali. Akerman coming in one-on-one against John Shubali. Makes a nice move, but Shubali stays with him, stays patient, and creates the turnover, and he'll lead the rush coming back the other way. Fires a shot, and the glove save made by Riley Pettin, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 56 seconds left in the penalty taken by the CBN Stars. And what you're saying reminds me of a phrase you hear all the time when you're talking about Major League Baseball. The best team in the league is going to lose 60 games. The worst team in the league is going to win 60 games. Every team is going to have one of those nights now and then where the bounces just aren't going to go their way. And unfortunately for the CBN Stars, tonight seems to be that night for them. It's just unfortunate that in a short tournament like this, that one bad game or that one game where things don't go your way becomes so much more magnified.
Well, you want to talk about baseball isms? Let's go with this one. The best hitters in baseball fail 70% of the time.
There you go. Or the one that we saw from Yogi Berra yesterday. Go to everybody else's funeral, because if you don't, they won't. Here's Osborne with the puck. Back to Greenlaw. Across for Lane. Lane to Klein, who had a wide open cage to shoot at. As what a move by Daniel Klein to find that open space in the perfect spot to get the power play goal at 14:49. It's now 5-0. And you talked about the potential of frustration. Now that it's a 5-goal margin, we saw CBN on the plus side of a 5-0 score at one point in the game this morning, or not this morning, earlier this afternoon. They're now on the negative side of a 5-0 scoreline here in the later stages of the second period.
Yeah, that sequence there from the penalty onward is the first sign in this game for me that CBN might be starting to have a little bit of a letdown and might be resigned to their fate. And again, they have to keep playing hard. We talked about this with Kensington earlier. You have to try and reduce your goal footprint in terms of conceding goals. So you have to keep playing. But this is the first sign of the night from CBN that maybe their effort and their compete is starting to dip a little bit.
As we get the announcement of the goal, it is Daniel Klein, his first goal, first point of the tournament, assisted by Aaron Lane and Nolan Greenlaw. For Greenlaw, that's 3 assists on the night now, and that goal coming at 14:49 of the second period on the power play, making it the 5-0 scoreline that we now have. 4:26 now left to go here in period 2.
Trying to think of the possible permutations and standings implications make your head spin, and this isn't the time yet to talk about that. That's for a little bit later on, maybe even tonight. But yeah, it's just, again, every team in this tournament will have a win now if this result holds.
And there's Sparks with a chance, but you hear the ding, and then the puck goes way too far up for the CBN Stars, as the puck luck just continues to seem to be entirely on the Liverpool Privateers side. Great shot by Sparks, but half an inch to 3/4 of an inch the other way, and he's going from the bar down instead of the bar up. To bring another baseballism into it, you got a round bat and a round ball, and you're trying to hit it square. Well, you got a cylindrical puck and a round post, and you're trying to hit it square enough to have the angle go the right way off of it, and it doesn't always work in your favor. Klein now plays it back to Lane, across to the near side. Played ahead, Franey able to knock it down there for the Stars. He gets it up to Sparks. In across the Liverpool blue line, gives to Laundry, right back to Sparks. There's a chance, and what a save there by Aiden Durnford. For Durnford, that's his 29th save. Now a penalty against Lane as Ackerman took that cross-check right into the kidneys. Easy call for the referee there as Aaron Lane lays out the CBN captain with the kidney shot right across. One hand on either side, both on the stick. That's a cross-check any day of the week.
And don't for a minute think that Luke Ackerman didn't feel that contact and then maybe put a little bit of a sell job on as well. Easy call to make, though, for the officials. 4th power play of the night for the Stars about to start. And again, you see it with Durnford on that save off of Sparks, square to the puck. Even with that lateral movement required to make that save, he was square to the puck the entire time. Dialed. This is the most dialed in we've seen Durnford in this entire tournament. I know we've said it, but he hasn't let up.
You know, every goaltender is going to have that night where, you know, the phrase, the puck looks like a beach ball. Well, for him, it definitely is looking like a beach ball here tonight as he's stopping everything thrown at him to this point. Puck comes back to the line. Dawson Crane, another shot, another save made by Durnford. He steers that one to the corner. 1:27 left to go in the penalty. Here's Akerman with the puck, using the boards to get it back to Dawson Crane at the line. Crane with another shot, and Durnford through the traffic, able to watch that one right into his glove. And when you got that much humanity right in front of you and you're able to see that small black cylinder right into your glove like that, you're definitely dialed in.
Right. That save should not have been as easy as he just made that. That shows you how hyper focused he is right now. Again, the best game of the tournament. Maybe not by any goaltender yet. That could change by the end of the night, but certainly for Liverpool this week.
There's Klein with a shot and a save made by Petten. Speaking of goaltenders who've had great performances, Petten, through his first 2 games, had made 70-some-odd saves. And also have to look at the goaltending performance of Adam Catch in the game earlier this afternoon if you want to talk about great goaltending performances. Not taking anything away from what Durnford's done here in this game, but those have been some pretty dynamite performances for guys between the pipes as well.
Don't forget Dallaire last night.
Oh, yes.
Kent against these Liverpool Privateers.
Absolutely, yeah. You can go on and on about the list of goaltenders who've had good games. There's Petten with a shot that goes high. Durnford joining that list of goalies who are having a fantastic game. Here's Akerman with it. 30 seconds left in the penalty. His shot blocked by Osborne. Whalen able to pick up the puck. Kyle Petten picks it up, comes to the middle of the ice, and completely skids out as he tried to make a turn there. And that allows Liverpool to get the puck, fire it down the ice. Riley Petten sends it right back up to Akerman with 11 seconds now left in the power play. Akerman taking a look, plays it back to Kennedy. Kennedy will give it near side for Dawson Crane, down towards the corner for Sparks. It gets deflected away from him. Now Parsons plays it back into the corner as Aaron Lane comes out of the box. Pass intended for Lane. Gets intercepted by Akerman, and Akerman thought he kept the puck onside. Good job by Akerman not to overreact, though. We saw him for a second there show just the briefest second of frustration, but then skated right over to the bench, realizing there was nothing he could say or do that would change the mind of the official or change the fact that the whistle had already blown.
It's amazing some of the parallels to my golf game and some of these guys. I saw Kyle Petten. He tried to go wide there, blew a tire, went down, and it resulted in a turnover. He headed right for the bench. You can see him. I thought he was going to slap his stick off the boards. He held back, got onto the bench, slammed the door twice, and then just took his helmet off and walked to the room. He's done. He said, "I'll try it again in the third period." I've done that. I've actually walked to the next tee from the fairway and said, "I'll meet you on the next hole, guys."
One of my favorite memories in golf, my wife and I were golfing with 2 of her uncles, and one uncle had a terrible tee shot right off of the third hole at Highland Links up in Ingonish, and in frustration he threw his club into the woods, and the other uncle says to him, "Jim, do you want to maybe throw a provisional club there?" One of the best lines from one of my wife's uncles that I ever remember. There's a chance, and they score as Saunders finally is able to solve the puzzle that has been Aidan Durnford. With 1:10 left to go in this second period, it's now 5-1.
And I don't care if anyone wants to argue with me about whether that's a big goal or not. I will fight you on it right to the end. Big, big, big goal for Hunter Saunders, using his big body and reach in front to corral that rebound. Used the reach to wait out Durnford and then slide it into the open net. Smaller player might not be able to be as patient because the stick isn't as long. Saunders did everything right there, and now here we go. It's 5-1, little momentum for the Stars. We'll see what the final 20 holds. We still got a minute left in this one, though.
And that being the first goal, second point of the tournament for Hunter Saunders. And as you said, a big one here. The goal coming at 18:50. You always talk about goals in the final minute or 2 of a period and how much they can carry momentum into the next frame. As we get the announcement of Saunders' goal.
Assisted by number 7, Nicholas Crosby.
Crosby with an assist.
Number 14, Alex Frame.
As does Alex Franey get an assist on that one. So again, it is Saunders from Crosby and Franey at 18:50. Now there's a chance for Elliott, and talk about a response by the Liverpool Privateers coming in 2-on-1. Perfect pass right onto the tape of Elliott off the stick of Alec Howie. That's the second point for Howie tonight, and it's now 6-1.
Well, the Stars didn't need that. There's no other way to put that. But again, you see the hands of Alec Howie on display. Patient, composed, waiting for the defenseman to make the first move, then just goes to the backhand, slides it out front, puts it on a platter for Elliott, and he makes no mistake. No chance for Riley Pettin on that. And it's a 6-1 game with 27.9 ticks left in the second period.
Now that's going to be an offside against the Privateers, as Patterson wasn't aware that Gallant was in the zone by a good 2 to 2.5 strides. Patterson questioning the call, but it was very clear that Gallant was almost to the W on the Subway logo on the ice there. Patterson just didn't see him, didn't realize that he had a player in the zone that deep. As we get the announcement of Elliott's goal. Howie with the assist. And Joseph Osborne with the second assist on the goal there for Elliott. That's his first goal, second point of this game. First goal, second point of the tournament as well. Alec Howie and Joseph Osborne, with the assists at 19:33. Now just 3.3 seconds left to go in this period. And a 5-goal margin favoring the hometown Liverpool Privateers, as they've got a very happy group of fans locally here tonight at the Queens Place Emera Center.
And the attendance in this event has been good. There's been nice crowds all week long so far. That's only going to go up as news of this Liverpool, what we think is going to be a Liverpool victory, gets through the region. The attendance the rest of the week is just going to continue to climb, and that benefits everyone.
As we get to the end of the second period, it is a 6-1 scoreline in favor of the Liverpool Privateers over the CBN Stars. We presume, as you said, a potential victory for the Liverpool Privateers. What can the CBN Stars do to try and climb back out of this rather significant hole?
Don't quit. Don't quit. Play hard for the guy next to you. Play hard for yourself. Again, we sound like a broken record here, but goal differential can come into play in this tournament in a tiebreak scenario, especially if you're in the running for that last semifinal spot. And it's the difference between playing a semifinal game Saturday or going home. So don't quit. You for the majority of the first two periods, you were right there toe-to-toe, just didn't get any luck. It got away from you a little bit there late in the second. You're probably not going to win this hockey game tonight, but do not quit. Bad habits creep in. You don't want those to carry over to tomorrow. Don't take any suspensions. Don't do anything silly. Keep your head. Don't quit. Represent your province well, and just start over tomorrow. This is just one of those. The slogan of this game, you've already said it once tonight, sometimes it's not your night. Tonight is not the night of the Stars, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's nothing that they've done wrong. It's just not their night. They were never destined to win this game, it appears. Move on, finish strong, start again tomorrow.
On the flip side, what's your message in the Liverpool Privateer locker room right now?
Well, in the case that the Stars do not heed my advice and try to change their approach or try some tactics to perhaps settle some scores from earlier or whatever the case may be, don't get sucked into it. Don't get any supplemental discipline out of this. They've now put themselves in the position that they wanted to be in, potentially clinching a semifinal berth in a tournament they are hosting. Keep your heads. Don't coast, don't sit on this lead, but just play a good 60 minutes, roll through the lines for the last 20, get in the room with your 3 points, and go from there.
One last question I'm going to throw at you. Aiden Durnford, as great as he has played tonight, 31 saves on 32 shots, the fact that he has played every minute so far, when you've got a 5-goal lead, and I'm not trying to create goaltender controversy here, but just for the sake of his stamina, do you think about Chase Kroll for the third for the Liverpool Privateers?
I think about it. I don't think I do it though. I think Aiden's played enough tonight to earn the opportunity to finish this game out. At the same time, he might need that kind of workload again. We talk about players growing into the tournament. He's now growing into the tournament. He's playing his best. It might hurt him more to sit him out for the third than just let him ride this momentum into tomorrow and beyond.
And like I say, I'm not trying to disparage Aiden Durnford in any way. I'm just thinking about, when you're talking about Saturday and Sunday and the stamina factor of it is what the only reason I raised that question. I don't want anybody thinking I'm being negative on Durnford in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, no, very well-intentioned theory or question. I just don't think we're going to see it.
Fair enough. So we're going to take a break. We'll head into the third period with a 5-goal lead favoring the hometown Liverpool Privateers over the CBN Stars. A night that everything is going the way of the home team. We're going to take that break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period. You are watching the 2023 Don Johnson Memorial Cup from the Queen's Place Emera Centre in Liverpool here on Atlantic Hockey Online through through AO Live, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming and sponsored by Mercy Seafoods and Best Western Plus here in Liverpool. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period here between the Liverpool Privateers and the CBN Stars. And before we get into any further analysis or talking about this game, I would be remiss if I did not take a moment very quickly. One of the joys about being able to do this job is you get to travel all over the province watching fantastic hockey games, or sometimes all over the Atlantic region watching fantastic hockey games. And here we go. Logan Miles back out there to start the third period for the CBN Stars as the goaltender there. So Riley Pettin gets just one period of this game, gives up 3 goals of his own, and now back out there Logan Miles. But as I was saying, one of the great things about this job, you get to travel all over Atlantic Canada watching fantastic hockey games and talking about it. The downside of that, unfortunately, is sometimes you miss important family events, so I need to take a moment to say happy birthday to my youngest daughter, Rose, who is turning 13 today, becoming a teenager while I am unfortunately a few hours away. Rose, happy birthday. I miss you. I love you. A big part of me wishes I could be there for your birthday. Obviously, I'm having a great time here, but if there were a way I could split myself in two and be there for your birthday as well as being here at the same time, believe me, I would. Rose, I love you. Happy birthday, babe.
Happy birthday, Rose.
Here's Patterson with the puck. There's a shot, and Miles with a great save right off the bat to get this second period going. Shots on goal in that second period, by the way, favored the CBN Stars 15-12. The two-period total ended up favoring the Stars 32-24. It's now 32-25 off of that shot that came just a couple of seconds in. Loose puck. Elliott sends it down towards the net. Parson clears it away. Elliott gets it back. Now Bussey with it. Bussey trying to get it through Parsons. He does. Now sets it to Elliott. Elliott with a shot. He scores. Second goal of the game for Cole Elliott as he takes the pass from Bussey. And it takes just 42 seconds for the Liverpool Privateers to extend their lead. Second goal of the game, second consecutive goal for Cole Elliott for the Privateers.
And again, the cruel game of hockey sometimes rears its head again. Poor Logan Miles comes back into the game now, and his first shot of the period gets by him. But again, that was not one that you can pin on him. It was potentially savable, but it's not one that if it does get by you that there's any fault of the goaltender. It was a good scoring chance, good hard low shot by Cole Elliott, and it's 7-1.
You hear those goals sometimes where no goalie in the world is going to stop it. Most goalies probably are not going to stop that one with where it was located, down low, blocker side. A very, very tough save. If he had made it, it would have been a remarkable save. Certainly, as we get an offside against the CBN Stars with now 1:20 gone in this third period, and the margin now 6.
Some of the people or folks here are starting to leave again, maybe getting a head start on their Thursday evening, maybe have to work tomorrow. But as we talked about off air during the intermission, if the host team, the Privateers, get to a semifinal Saturday night at 7:30, it's going to be a hot ticket here at the Queen's Place Emera Center.
There's Osborne with a shot. The puck ends up on the goal line, and Miles able to find it in time. And then we get some piling on. Mugford showing some frustration. Mugford hasn't been on the ice that much tonight. He's out there to deliver a message, it seems, and the message he delivers is stay out of our crease, and he's going to get a penalty for his troubles 1:31 into this third period. And are we going to see 2 penalties against the Stars? It looks like we are. And one against Horn as well, it looks like. So 3 penalties in total here. As we had concerns about the game earlier today between the CBN Stars and the Kensington Vipers going off the rails a little bit here, you have to have a little bit of concern about this game possibly going off the rails with a 6-goal margin and 18.5 minutes left.
Yeah, it's always a possibility when you start to get a score line like this in a junior hockey game. We don't always think the same way as 18 to 21-year-old kids, and there's a lot of pride. These guys have pride, and there's talking going on. That's the part you can't hear. These guys are talking to each other out there, and giving it to one another. And again, when you're a prideful guy, and even if you played well tonight for the most part, it's a 7-1 game. The other team's giving it to you a bit, and then all of a sudden, for your troubles, you're getting pushed or shoved or hacked in front of the net. I mean, it's easy to lose your composure a little bit. Sometimes we're too hard on these guys and say they made a boneheaded decision or undisciplined. And it might be true, but there's some science behind it. It's not just these guys just doing things for the sake of doing things.
And there is one penalty up on the board, so the extra penalty does go against the CBN Stars, and it is Gavin Mugford who takes that penalty, along with the coincidentals that went with it, with 1:31 gone here in period number 3. As the power play for the Liverpool Privateers goes to work yet again. They've scored once with the man advantage so far tonight. Here's Howie with the puck. He'll take it behind the net, go for a lap of the zone. Comes all the way up to the top. Now he'll stop at the right wing point, plays it across to Greenlaw, who gives it to Lane. Lane's shot goes wide, comes up the boards, back to Howie again. Down low for Bussey. Returns to Howie. Back to Bussey again, backhander, save, puck is loose, bouncing around, finding it is Howie, his shot blocked by Dawson Crane. And with 1:18 to go in the penalty, the Privateers set themselves back up. There's another shot. That goes high. Comes around the boards to Lane at the line. He gives to Greenlaw, across to Howie, back to Greenlaw. One-timer, shot gets blocked in front of the net. Comes to Lane. Another shot. Save made. Rebound is there. Whalen tries to clear it away. Ends up being a second chance shot that gets stopped. And now Bussey with it again. He'll give to Lane. Lane with the shot. And the save made by Miles, as Patterson was right there on the doorstep with 53 seconds left in the man advantage for the Liverpool Privateers.
Yeah, I don't think Miles has totally recovered from being pulled in the first intermission. He's still a little hot under the collar down there. He certainly wasn't happy with someone in a white jersey there having a little poke at him after the whistle. He went after him, but again, he looks okay. He doesn't look out of sorts. I'm glad he's in here to finish the game. I will say that. I don't think he particularly took being pulled well, but I think he looks okay, and I'm glad he's getting to play 2 full periods of Don Johnson Memorial Cup hockey.
And again, maybe not the night that he wants to remember right now, but he's going to have that moment to remember as we get Sparks gets an unsportsmanlike, Mugford gets unsportsmanlike. Mugford gets cross-checking. Sparks and the Liverpool player, whose number I didn't quite catch, trying to get a look there to see who it was. They got coincidental unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Now we're going to get another penalty, and it's going to be a slashing call against Franey. So now it's going to be 16 seconds of 5-on-3 as Liverpool gets more power play time here with 3:15 gone in the third period.
It's a double-edged sword here, in this point of games, like with this kind of score line. Because sometimes, obviously the referees are calling infractions as they appear, but they also sometimes are calling things based on what might happen, and they're trying to forecast the temperature of the game and the temperature of the players in it. And sometimes they're making calls that maybe in a 1-1 game in the second period they wouldn't call, but they might feel something might come of a certain thing, and so they do call it. So it's a hard game to play when it gets to this point.
As Gallant puts that one off the crossbar. That one looked like it may have gotten underneath the crossbar and in and then come out, but it comes off of the crossbar. And so it will remain a 7-1 game with the penalty to Alex Franey for slashing being announced. The 5-on-3 has ended. We're back to a 5-on-4 again. And to come back to the point that you were talking about, it's the thing you hear all the time when you're talking about officials and talking to officials, the phrase game management. So important. There's Akerman with a shot as he comes in shorthanded, and it's kicked aside by Durnford, which answers the question that we talked about in the second intermission. It is indeed Aiden Durnford out there to continue his fantastic game that he's got now, 33 saves on 34 shots through the opening 44 and a half minutes of this game.
I'm curious whether Logan Miles angled or campaigned to come back in the game, or the coaches just went over to him and said, hey, it's your net again. I'm curious. I mean, it could be either one, but I don't know why I get curious about these things at random times, but
it could also be that you know that Riley Pettin is going to get the start tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. You know you're not going to come back and win in this game. So that same sort of thing that we talked about Durnford maybe trying to give him some rest, maybe it's about giving Pettin a little bit more rest so that he's ready for that game against the Bulldogs tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. As that one's cleared down the ice with just 8 seconds left in the penalty. Durnford out of his net. He'll wrap it around the boards to the near side. It comes all the way out to center. Mugford back on the ice with his penalty expiring. Franey out there as well. He'll come across as his penalty had come to an end. Back to get at his lane. He makes the lead pass, but it's broken up by Saunders. Now Saunders takes his man into the boards. Hurlbert gives to Klein. Klein with the shot. The save made by Miles, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 14:28 left to go here in the third period.
These are games that as coaches, the clock can't run fast enough. You know, the only bad things can come of games like this now, injuries, suspensions, those kind of things. So I think if you gave the two coaches a choice, they'd say run the clock, don't even stop it.
Yeah, I remember there was a game at the junior A level years and years ago between the Pictou County Crushers and the Miramichi Timberwolves, and it was the last game of the regular season. They both knew where they were going to finish in the playoffs. Neither of them had that game have any meaning for them, and it was when Troy Ryan, the current head coach of the Canadian national women's team, was the head coach of the Crushers. Before the game, he and the coach of Miramichi came together, had a conversation, and said, look, neither of us want anything stupid to happen. Neither of us want to have anybody get hurt. Let's go out there, just have a good 60 minutes of fun shinny and get out of here without anything bad happening to anybody. And they delivered that message to each of their teams, and it was a fun game to watch. It was basically a game of pond hockey, and the score got a little bit one-sided, but both teams kept their cools because they both knew it's more important to deal with what's coming up next game and next day and 2 or 3 days down the road, because it was a game that didn't quite have that same importance. Not saying that this game doesn't have importance, but this game's outcome does not have any more hanging in the balance at this point.
Yeah, but you always have to trust that the other party's going to honor the agreement. Gladly, in that case, it did. Not sure what that discussion at the Liverpool bench was about either.
No, and unfortunately, one of the curses of being a broadcaster is you never do end up being privy to the content of those conversations.
And we get to talk to them after the game, and they usually lie anyway.
Exactly. Or, it was nothing too important, don't worry about it. Yeah. Brown with the puck now. He'll fire a shot. Save made by Miles. Franey will bat that one away. It comes all the way up to Saunders. Saunders gets it out to center ice. Greenlaw will dump it right back in again. Whalen now across for Franey. He'll get it ahead. Greenwood brings it right back into the zone. He gets bumped off the puck. Brown will take it over to the far boards. Tries to chop it down for Elliott. It ends up coming back to Brown. Now Loans clears the zone. Comes to Saunders near side. He'll step into one. And the glove save made by Durnford, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 13:32 left to go in the third.
I don't get a sense or feeling that this one's going to get out of hand from a fisticuffs or skirmish point of view, but it only takes one little thing to light the fuse, I suppose. So let's just hope that this game just finishes in a calm, collected manner, because these two teams don't need what comes with that.
No, when you talk about potential supplementary discipline, potential injuries, potential any sort of thing, there's nothing positive that can come out of a game turning on its heel at this point. There's a chance by Elliott, and now we are going to get a hit delivered in the corner, and it's going to be an interference call against Bussey. So the Stars will go to the power play as Boone was taken down in the corner. And a 2-minute interference call gives the CBN Stars another power play here with 13:13 to go in this third period.
Gotta say, I'm surprised to see that the Stars are 0 for 4 with the man advantage tonight. They certainly had a couple right off the bat and looked very dangerous on both. They've looked dangerous pretty much throughout with the power play. All the talent that they can run out there. Again, surprised that they don't have a power play goal in this one. They're here on their 5th chance.
Sparks plays it back to the line, gets the return pass, fires a shot. It ends up hitting Parsons. Parsons then takes the shot himself and puts it wide. Sparks back on the puck, now plays it across to the near side. Ackerman back for Sparks, they score! An important goal for the CBN Stars for A, pride, and B, that ever-looming goal differential. Takes this to a 5-goal game on the power play. Nice passing back and forth there, and it ends with the goal by Sparks. His 2nd goal of the tournament, 2nd point as well at 7:01.
And he's a player I said earlier in the day that I really like, and I stand by that. A player that probably should have more points than he does currently, but going to be an important player the rest of the way. Good to see him get one on the power play, and finally they do get one. I said I was surprised they didn't have one already, and there they are. So now 1 for 5 on the power play tonight are the Stars.
As the broadcaster Swami works again for Mike Barkhouse. Here's Hope with the puck, backhander, blocker save made by Miles. Ackerman with the assist, as does Parsons. So now King will send it down deep into the Liverpool zone. Back to get it is Lane. Sparks in on the forecheck, but Lane able to get away from him. Now Laundry will come in on the forecheck. Lead pass, misses his intended target, goes just wide of the net. And then Sparks and LeBlanc get tangled up a little bit there as the Privateers again lobbying for the icing to get negated. Although with 12:04 left to go in a 5-goal game, does negating an icing really matter all that much at this point?
Well, it keeps the clock running. That's about it.
But the clock had already stopped, so it just makes a difference of where the face-off is going to be.
You mean negating after the fact. Okay, yes.
Yeah. I agree, and you have it's all part of that game management thing again, where you have seen as now Franey delivers a cross-check into the back of Osborne, where I know I've seen it, I'm sure you've seen it in the past too, where a linesman will keep his arm down, not because it's not icing, but because it is a 5-goal game with 12 minutes left, and you know, you just want to try and get yourselves out of the building as quick as you can.
Especially where it's, you know, one that close. The fans on the other side and the two teams had a better view of it than we did, but they seem to think it hit the pad of Miles, and I have no reason to doubt their judgment.
There's a shot and a kick save made by Miles. Puck cleared to center and then dumped back in. Now with it is Kennedy. He'll play it across to the far side for Franey. Back over to Kennedy again. Brown will come in and put some pressure on, so Kennedy wraps it around the boards. Franey has it up over his stick. It gets to the line. Owen Osborne tries to work it back down in deep again. Hurlburt gets caught up in the stick of Franey, and before Hurlburt even went down, Franey pulled one hand off of his stick to say, I'm not trying to do this, but it did get up around the neck area of Riley Hurlburt. And give Franey credit. He tried to do everything he could to get his stick out of that. It almost seemed like Hurlburt had a bit of a hold on it and got himself pulled down.
Yeah, and it's almost like the referee was in sync with Franey and didn't want to make the call, but then eventually he was left with no choice and was like, well, you gave me no choice. I got to put the arm in the air. He didn't want to call it, but eventually it escalated to the point where he had to.
as the Liverpool Privateers go to the power play again. But you look at the players who are on this power play right now. Gallant out there, he's not normally, well, he is a bit of a power play guy, yeah, but the rest of them, it's Howie and Bussey and Patterson and Shubali. Those guys certainly do get power play time. So one of the big power play units out there for the Liverpool Privateers. This one of those situations where maybe you give those third and fourth line guys some power play time, but that decision not being made right now. Now here's Shubali stepping in. He gets a shot. It goes off of Kennedy into the far corner. And
head contact is that penalty?
Because the stick came up and caught him up near the chin, perhaps.
High sticking would work.
Yeah.
He was saving the 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah. Although I don't think there was a 10-minute misconduct called with it, so I know in the regular season they do call 10-minute misconduct.
It's automatic.
I know it's automatic within the Nova Scotia Junior Hockey League. I'm not sure if it's automatic at the Hockey Canada level, because you don't see it at the U18 level come with a 10-minute misconduct, or at the U15 level or anything else. So it might be a Hockey Nova Scotia thing just for the NSJHL that it has a 10 with it. Here's Patterson with the puck now. There's another question for our officials when if we get a chance to chat with them. Puck comes back to Gallant. Played down the wall to Howie. He'll come up to the top of the zone, try to get a shot away. It goes off Loans, comes to Gallant. His shot ends up going wide, doesn't miss by much. Now Lane plays it to the center of the ice. It ends up with Crosby, and he'll launch it down to the other end. 30 seconds left to go in the Privateer man advantage. Under 10 left in the third period. 5-goal game in favor of the hometown Liverpool Privateers. Lane brings the puck in across the line, but already in there was Osborne, and so we'll get another stoppage for the offside. 10:20 gone here in period number 3.
And would you look at this? I'm not even going to say what I was going to. I'm going to say what I was going to say, but I'm not going to make the point. Just take a peek at the shot count for me.
38-38.
Almost every game in this tournament, at some stage of the third period, we've looked and it's been level in shots. It's just uncanny. And again, it speaks to how, despite that lopsided score, this game has been nowhere near as lopsided as that.
And there's a bounce that nearly ends up fooling Logan Miles as it went off of somebody's bicep and then rolled across the top, or across the crease, and just missed the near side post as we're looking at it. And that's just the kind of night it's been for the CBN Stars. Although the kind of night it's been for the CBN Stars, that puck would have gone in the way most of this night has gone from their perspective. Here's Ackerman getting the puck in across the blue line. Lane will send it back up the other way, and Osborne gets taken into the wall by Dawson Crane. Now Crane trying to get the puck away from LeBlanc. They battle for it there. Klein in there as well, as is Osborne. He comes out, has it knocked off his stick by Miles. Klein still on it. Now he loses it to Crane. Crane can't find it in his feet for a second there. Puck comes to LeBlanc. He fires a shot. That hits a body and then goes to the end boards. LeBlanc can't find it in his feet, and Ackerman now with it. Almost feel like I'm watching a minor league baseball game from last night. I'll talk more about that in a second. Here's Hopkins with a shot. I don't know if anybody else has seen this, but there was a play last night in minor league baseball where there was a throw from left field to try to get a runner out at the plate, or from right field. The puck hit the catcher, bounced down, and rolled right onto the foul line, and the catcher couldn't find the white ball on the white foul line, was looking for it for like 10 seconds and couldn't find it. Meanwhile, players advanced an extra, not just 90 feet, 180 feet while he was looking for that ball. One of the craziest plays you'll ever see.
Just off the top of my head, I can't remember seeing anything like that before. I'm sure I have, but just haven't. Maybe something similar, maybe not exactly the same, but that's definitely strange.
Yeah, one for the record books there. It was from, I want to say it was from AA. I saw it on MLB.com in the highlights this morning, because it was one of those weird ones. As we get an offside against the Liverpool Privateers here with 7:41 left to go. And the Stars may be taking a little bit of exception to the fact that there was a shot after the offside, but the shot came almost very close to coincidentally with the whistle blowing. 7:41 left to go here, third period. 7-2 in favor of the Privateers. Franey gloves it down in front of his own net. He'll send it down the ice just past Shubali. No icing as Shubali let it go by him. And I think that one of those, you could have made an argument that, yeah, it might have been icing, but you could make a very strong argument that it wasn't, which is why it didn't get blown down. Now Patterson with a shot, save made. Deering will get the puck. He'll play it ahead. And now here comes Alex Crane. Nice play by the defenseman. That was Shubali, again, who made that play. Now the puck goes off the end board. Shubali able to pick it up again. He'll take a bump down below his own goal line. Coming back to help out and find that puck is Bussey. He gets it ahead to Patterson. Patterson works it forward in across the CBN line. 6:45 to go here, third period. Loans with the puck. He'll get it up to Crosby. Crosby had to reach behind him to make the reception and couldn't maintain control. Now Patterson with it right at the center ice line. He goes to dump it in. It goes off a body. He gets it back, dumps it in this time. Miles will play it ahead for Crosby. And then Franey flips it out to center. Backing up with the puck. There was... that was Greenlaw with it. Greenlaw gets it back again. Now he'll play it ahead. It nearly hits Gallant and goes down the length of the ice, and that will be an icing with 6:13 left to go here in period number 3.
Yeah, I guess they had to call that one. That was one
that was a little bit too obvious.
Yeah. These are the hardest. Talk about games that are hard to officiate, games that are hard to play. These are ones that are hard for us to call. You know, this, at this stage, I mean, devoid of any suspense or, you know, outcome, you know, up in the air is certainly not. So we're riding this out, toughing it out. Hope you guys are, whoever's still with us, I'm glad you are. Thank you for that.
As the puck comes to Loans, he tries to get it around Greenlaw, not quite able to do so. Now Dawson Crane will pick up. The people who are still watching, I think the ones who are watching are the ones who have the over-under on how many times I'm going to call Dawson Crane by the wrong first name. I think that's the biggest suspense left.
We might have to get you a shirt or some kind of award. And how many days since I called Dawson Crane Riley? We should like an occupational health and safety count or some sort.
Yeah, how many times he's touched the puck where I got his first name right, and we have the little counter going there. Here's Loans with it now. He'll dump it down. And I can't remember if we had this conversation on the air or off the air during the game earlier today, but we figured out that part of the issue was that there's a Riley Crane who played for the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush of the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League, and that might be where the Riley Crane got stuck into my head because the Crushers, or the Weeks Majors, had a great playoff series against the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush, so I said the name Riley Crane quite a bit in that stretch of games that I called, and so perhaps that's where it got stuck into my head from. Klein with the puck now as he wraps it around the boards. 4:40 left to go in the period. There's another shot, a save made by Durnford, and for Durnford, that's save number 37 tonight. And one thing I'm noticing in this tournament, and it's not just tonight, but in this tournament in general, we're seeing very high shot totals. Sometimes at the junior B level, you don't see the shot totals get quite this high in these games, but not only tonight, but throughout this tournament, we've seen very high shot totals on every side of pretty much every game.
You're right, and it's why we had a conversation earlier in the tournament about whether we think this was accurate or whether it's not, and we both agreed that it is. It's just been an offensive tournament, and, you know, sometimes that's the way, and I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah, I'm not complaining about it in any stretch. I just, you know, it's one of those observations that that gets made. And as Hope comes back to pick up the puck, he plays it back towards Lane. It comes back up the near wall. Now Laundry, excuse me, gets it for the Stars. He ends up losing it. Now Laundry tied up with Lane behind the play. They're able to get released from one another with 3:44 to go. And Sparks brings the puck back up the ice, fires a shot, blocker save made by Durnford. Now Horn takes a bump in the corner. Sparks trying to make a centering pass. It's broken up. Sparks gets it back, plays it down. Chance to try to get the puck through for King. It ends up on the stick of Mugford. Now here's Sparks with a shot. That goes wide. Puck comes up the boards to Franey. Franey ends up losing it to Hurlburt. Here comes Hurlburt coming in. Mugford back checking hard. Hurlburt gets the shot away, and it's kicked aside by Logan Miles. Greenwood plays it back to Greenlaw. Now down into the corner for Hurlburt. Towards the front of the net. Comes all the way to the near side boards. Greenwood was on it. Now it goes down low to Brown. Back to the line. Greenlaw sends it to the near side corner and rolls around behind the net. Hurlburt under 3 left as players falling all over the ice, and we've got a player a little slow to get up. That's Mugford. Didn't see exactly what happened there, but Mugford a little slow to get up. He is back to his feet now as the puck goes around to the far side. Franey takes a bump from Greenwood. King goes over to help out, and the puck comes free to Brown. Out towards the front. Nice play by Boone to deny a chance for Elliott. Shot by Greenlaw. Ends up hitting Greenwood. And now Brown once again. He has that get just a little bit beyond him. Whalen will play it the other way. Comes to the Privateers line. Horn sends it the other way. Now back on it is Whalen. He'll get it out to center. Deering sends it the rest of the way down the ice. Back to pick up Owen Osborne. He gets it as far as the line. And Dawson Crane steps in, gets a shot. Kick save made once again by Privateer goaltender Aiden Durnford. That's save number 39 tonight. Here's Patterson with the puck. Patterson towards the front of the net. Owen Osborne can't quite get a stick on it. Bussey, as we're down to 95 seconds left to go. Bussey comes behind the net, gets it out front for Elliott. There's a shot. Nice save made by Miles. Puck flipped out to center. Ends up, Saunders can't quite get a handle on it, as he could have had a step on a partial breakaway, but could not get the puck to get into his possession. Now Loans takes a bump from Elliott. Nice job by Elliott there to make sure he got in front of Loans before initiating the contact, or at least clearly to the side. Into the final minute here of period number 3. As Elliott loses the puck to Whalen. Tried to launch it over the head of Greenwood, but Greenwood able to make the jump and knock it down. Now he'll bring it into the CBN zone. Has it knocked off his stick by Whalen. Greenwood able to get it back. Tried to set it up for Hurlburt. Gets to the line. Horn holds it in. Now Greenwood on it again. 34 seconds left for Brown. Brown sends that one wide. Puck is at the side of the net, and able to find it is Miles. And we'll quickly let you know tomorrow's schedule, as it is the final day of the round robin. We'll start at 12 o'clock. And now, here's an interesting move with 25.3 seconds left. Chase Crowell officially gets into the game, as he will play 25 seconds. But let's look at tomorrow's schedule. It's going to be the Kensington Vipers taking on the Kent Coyotes at the 12 o'clock game. The 4 o'clock game will be the Antigonish Bulldogs against the CBN Stars. And then the final game tomorrow, these Liverpool Privateers at 7:30 will take on the Kensington Vipers. And we still don't know what meaning each game might have by tomorrow, because there is still so much up in the air, especially now that every team in this tournament has at least one win, and every team in this tournament has at least one loss.
And that's all you can really ask for heading into the final day of the round robin, is everything still being up in the air, nothing is decided. That's the kind of drama and suspense that keeps people coming back. And big day tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to get it going.
And very quickly, Chase Crowell will finish with 0 shots faced and 25 seconds of hockey played. But he can now officially say that he has played in a Don Johnson Cup.
Maybe could have got him in a little earlier, but the gesture is noted.
And now all that's left is the players of the game. And a game like this, hard to get a real feel for who might be the candidates for it. Obviously, you got to look at Sam Hope as one possibility. You got to look at Elliott as another possibility for the Liverpool Privateers.
Osborne, Greenlaw.
Yes.
A couple of possibilities there. For CBN, probably going to be Ackerman or someone like that. Or Sparks.
Sparks certainly had a very good game. He had one of the 2 goals as well. There we go.
For the Stars, 8.
Dylan Whalen, I think, is who he said 8. Owen Sparks, there we go, okay. Sounded like he started to say 8, which I thought he was saying Dylan Whalen, but it is Owen Sparks, number 11, who gets player of the game for the Stars.
And for your Privateers, number 29,
Hard to argue against a 39 save performance for Aidan Durnford as well.
And I've never... CBN couldn't get off the ice fast enough.
Yep. And you can understand the frustration. They had a rough game. They had nothing go their way. It's also their second game of the day, so exhaustion certainly probably a little bit to do with that. That's going to do it for day number 3 here at the 2023 Don Johnson Memorial Cup. Now we're going to see a photo with Loans and Lane and Hopkins.
3 former South Shore Mustangs.
Ah, there you go. Okay. I was about to ask. I wasn't sure what the connection was there, but Loans played for the Mustangs. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that for us. A little bit less drama in this game than in the one we had at 4 o'clock, but you can't have all of them be overtime thrillers or shootout thrillers like we had in that one. The final score in this one, 7-2 for the Liverpool Privateers. As we mentioned, every team now with at least 1 win, every team now with at least a single loss, which means everything to play for tomorrow. We'll be back with you starting at noon when we have the game between the Kensington Vipers and the Kent Coyotes. Until then, on behalf of our awesome cameraman, Seth Silver, and the best color commentator going, Mike Barkhouse, this is Michael Petter saying may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.